Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
This is Newcap News with Bart Pediasic.
Good evening. We begin tonight with an update to a story we brought you yesterday. The Lloydminster City Council has approved the 2015 mill rate at a special meeting today. The rate will stay the same as the one set in 2014. With the increase in property assessments for this year, that means you'll pay for about $21.20 per month for a home valued at $315,000. Now, your tax notice should be in your mailbox by May 22nd. The payment deadline is June 30th. Well, sniffing, sneezing, and running noses. For some, those are symptoms of spring, and it's allergy season. And as Attica Not Bay reports in this week's Healthy Living, many in the area are feeling the uncomfortable itch.
Mostly it's just awful. It just feels awful.
Okay, is it itchy? Is it
itchy, runny nose, eyes, throat? Just it feels like you have a cold that just won't ever go away.
It's something Segberg deals with every spring. But this year, he says it's been the worst one yet.
And of course, we live in an area here where there's lots of construction to the south of us and then construction to the north of us. And yeah, it's been a bad spring for me for sure.
The mold, the dust, and the pollen circulating through the air can't be avoided. Allergy professionals say taking medication, ideally a couple weeks before the symptoms even show, will help alleviate the pains.
Typically, antihistamines, Reactin, Claritin, Arius, those types of medications are available without prescription. Some of the allergy medications, it takes 2 or 3 weeks or even a month before you build up enough of that medication in your system for it to be effective.
Try not to use too many decongestants up the nose and stuff like that, so lots of neti pots to try and go the natural way.
But the prescription medications tend to be more is sort of geared towards a specific body part. So it might be a nasal spray, it might be eye drops, allergy eye drops. So those prescription allergy medications are often more effective at treating the symptoms.
A few preventative tips include keeping house windows closed and avoiding the outdoors as much as possible during high pollination times like early morning and evening.
Some people have air filtration systems that they use, like an air cleaner that they would plug in and leave running in their bedroom to try and keep the air in their bedroom the cleanest.
I'm running out of things, and with our busy young family, we're outside an awful lot in the summertime, and really we only get 2 months of nice weather here in Lloyd, so we want to spend as much time outside as we can, and so any tricks would be great.
There's no allergen specialist in Lloydminster, and if you're feeling any symptoms, you're advised to visit your local doctor. Attica Not Bay, Newcap News.
A school bus driver from Stony Lake is trying to raise awareness for an invention that arose out of necessity. Now, Ron Hurraid has been driving kids in the county of St. Paul for 5 years on these rural roads. He says he saw hazards with corners, blind spots, and hills.
We're coming up to a fairly steep hill, and we set up this bus sign that we pick up kids at the bottom of the school, bottom of this hill, and it's wintertime. It's pretty darn slippery, and as you can see, it ends up being there's a pretty steep hill, and I do pick up kids right down near the bottom.
Hurraid enlisted the help of a friend, and together they designed a solution to emphasize existing school buses' stop zone signs. The concept is simple. The door in the bus opens and Hurraid activates his warning lights. The stop signs pivots out, which then sends a radio signal to his solar run sign. When the door to the bus shuts, the lights on the sign stop flashing.
If there's a chance of it saving one accident and one of my kids on my bus getting hurt, it's well worth it, whatever it's worth it, whatever it's cost, right?
So far, Hurraid received permission to install the signs in problem areas within the county of St. Paul, but more school districts will adopt the system. Well, another sweet donation for Lakeland College. Last year, Judy Sweet donated $100,000 to the college on behalf of the Garth Sweet Seminole Foundation, established in memory of her late husband. And now, 1 year later, she's now contributing another $150,000 to help with the cost of modernizing and expanding the Livestock and Research Center at Lakeland College. The final expansion is expected to be completed by September. Well, the recent economic downturn isn't slowing down some local charities. This as the Lloydminster and District United Way announced that the group managed to surpass last year's funding total.
We've had a little bit of a tough time with the economy, so we are very, very happy to say that we had a goal of $220,000 and we raised $221,000.
The announcement was made last night at the group's annual distribution night, where 15 member agencies received their portions of the total funds raised, money that is much needed to continue their work in the community.
It's a major contribution to our society in general because we also have a public education program, which is what I will be running, and so it goes to awareness.
Funds through the United Way's funding goes to support directly a number of our local programs, some of which include our handy van funding. That ensures that people living with MS who may require a scooter or a wheelchair aren't limited in terms of their freedom or accessibility in the community.
As for next year, no goals have been officially set yet, but the United Way officials aim to beat this year's total.